I'm Judy Gebers.
And I'm Layne Gebers of Frontier Basement Systems.
Layne, we're sending an inspector to a home this week, and the customer has a fireplace that has a chimney that has separated away from the house. What is our inspector going to go look at? Why would that happen?
Well, it could be a lot of different reasons. Sometimes, thinking about past ones that we've done, and we've done them very successfully and actually being able to save them, the fireplaces. We've had one gentleman actually of a project that he wanted to tear it down, thought that would be the safest thing, but when you start getting into the costs of patching the roof and patching the ceiling and doing all that, and you're taking away, something that people like in a house, because he was thinking about selling the home, is we can save that fireplace and put it back on a solid foundation. So sometimes what it is they've added, the fireplace was an afterthought. It wasn't built originally with the structure, so it was actually built on an isolated footing all by itself. And a fireplace is a big structure. It's a masonry fireplace. It's got a lot of weight. It's got, all the masonry that is actually forms it, but then whatever the facade is, the brick, the stone, whatever may be on it, and then the inside is all totally masonry. That's a whole other layer of masonry that's inside of all of that. So it's a lot of concentrated weight in one area. Kind of like a gal in high heels, that she's got one real concentrated area right there. And so that's what it is. It's the structure is, we look at the footings and we look at all the concrete, but it's the dirt that's underneath there, and it's got to hold a very concentrated place of weight. A lot of times it was something as they were doing that they'll just pour a little pad as they're pouring the other footing and not really think about how much weight that is adding to that whole structure. And so that's what the problem is usually the dirt underneath there.
So it's just settling.
It's settling. And so the process to go through is using some type of a pier system, basically put it back onto solid ground that we can actually either use a helical type or a push pier that we can actually go down so it's onto something solid, possibly even down to bedrock, that is in direct resistance to the amount of weight that is there. And the other thing we can do with this is actually lift it, and a lot of times it'll go right back into place where it was at.
I know we have a video that shows a fireplace completely going back up against the house again.
Yeah, we had one that actually was literally a little over 6 inches away, and it pushed everything back in. It actually literally broke the windows next to it, pulled the roof apart, everything, and it pushed everything back into place. And there was some patching in that end of it. Now, the one thing you still want to do is that this fireplace is moved, is hire a qualified chimney inspector to actually go through and make sure that the flue's still okay too. That isn't something we do. We just put it back on solid ground.
Well, that's great. So if you have any questions, please email us, and we'll see you next time.